Hi, Chow. Welcome to another stream. I'm just laughing at the sub notification. Beldathis has resubbed at 14 months. Thank you for the continued support. It is good to see you again. But the TTS was just meow, meow, meow. I have my lights off today, so we're dealing with crappier lighting. My eye is twitching more than I'm okay with, so we're just gonna have to deal with lower quality lighting today. Sorry about that, but yeah, maybe we'll have a shorter stream because my oh wait, I have notifications paused. They're not supposed to show up. Well, I guess they were. Okay, so I paused. Actually, this is I got really lucky, I guess. Um, I had paused notifications during my GitHub Universe talk because I didn't want them to show up while I was speaking, and I guess I just got lucky that no one followed during my talk because otherwise they would have made noise. But yeah, I guess they're unpaused now. I guess this pause button does nothing. Anyway, let me say hi to everyone who is here today. It is the 2nd of November. Oh god, it's November already. It's crazy. Of 2021, and we're back for yet another stream. Fixter Jake was first today. Congrats on getting first. Belnathas is here. Hello, hello. Today is auto update. Guess not. Yeah. Well, we will be looking at the auto update stats today. Well, we'll look at that in a second as well. We will be looking at the auto update stats today because I didn't stream yesterday. It was kind of funny because I was supposed to get dinner with my cousin, who I haven't seen in probably 10 years. Really long ass time. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the last time I saw my cousin was when he was tiny, and I'm pretty sure he's full grown now. So, but I was supposed to get dinner with him, but then he owns a tiny home, and apparently he's like moving, so he was like selling it or something. I don't know, but not making it to dinner. So I just went and got dinner with my brother instead, which is fine. But that's why we didn't stream yesterday, even though we normally stream on Mondays. But anyway, that's why it's Tuesday. D-Dells, good to see you again. Celestial Blue, hello, hello. Indie Monkey, welcome back. Kim Jong-un says blue popsicle. What? Color Margoo, good to see you again. Felix Morno, hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. No Sequel No How is here as well. Good to see you again. That's a meow, meow. You're right. Marsma, hello, hello. Hi, Anthony. You work less and less lately. What do you mean? I worked a lot today. I had like a 9-hour day today. Do you mean because I'm streaming on a Tuesday? Well, that was mostly because I didn't stream on Monday. But that's the way things go. Better than Bark Bark Bounce. Yeah. Bugle Cook, welcome back. Hello, hello. Good to see you again. Celestial Boo says, how's it going tonight? It's going all right. Today was kind of a long day at work. An annoying outage that happened like 3 weeks ago resurfaced, and nobody knows why. So at least we know the like hacky shit to fix it. So we did the hacky shit to fix it. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully it's not a problem for the rest of the day. But we also don't know why it happened, and yeah, so kind of a bummer, but whatever. That took up a lot of today. Ollie, good to see you again. Hello, hello. Welcome back. Dino says, I have a new phone. It's gigantic and heavy, but I kind of love it. Did you get the new Pixel? Is that right? Am I remembering correctly? Marsma says, I can never catch you on stream because it's like 2 a.m. in Yellow's Poland, right? Poland when you start? Yeah, well, on the weekends, at least, hopefully, maybe, it won't be 2 a.m. because it'll be 8 p.m. I guess 8 p.m. still not that great either, but Gunmaker says, tiny houses are cool. I love when everything is multi-purpose. I think I would go insane in a tiny house. I mean, it's basically like living in a normal apartment in San Francisco. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Now that I have more space, I can't expect going back. Doesn't sound like a good thing. uh, with the slab of a camera. What does that mean? What? What is this? No. 2 text messages. That usually means something is problems. Oh. No, it's just my friend who's texting me is on an iPhone, so anytime they react to any of my messages, it sends me a text message that says loved and then whatever it is in quotes. Which is fun. Except not everything is multi-purpose. Yeah, I feel like the idea of a tiny home seems cool, that everything is, boxed up in a small little compartment and like serves all of its purposes. Like that all seems cool and all, but claustrophobia is definitely a thing, and I feel like it has to intensify, like what is it called? When you get sad in the winter, seasonal the effectiveness, sads, it's sads, whatever sads is. Yeah, it's got to make that worse. There's no way. Like I feel like this room is about the size of a tiny home, and I would go nuts if I stayed in this room for more than like 2 or 3 days. Fixer Jake says, I don't need too much space to function, but I like to have a separation between a lot of stuff in my life, like bedroom separated from living room. Yeah, separation makes a lot of sense. Man, a tiny home during the pandemic would have really sucked, because you would work inside of your one room that you do everything else in, which, like, I have a hard enough time. Like I have my work set up in the living room because I don't want it to be anywhere near any of my other normal functional things. So I try and separate that out at least. But like you'd have no choice in a tiny home. But I don't know. Shrugs. No single knows how says it's why we moved a few years ago to a more rural area than in suburbia. Too many people, too much commotion, etc. I can't imagine living in a city. Yeah, it makes sense. Makes sense. Bonata says today's lighting kind of reminds me of your setup back in California. Yeah, I mean, this is this is kind of what this is what it looked like before I got lighting, except less quality because this camera is much better. But the background is more lit up. I guess if I move back, we would get my overhead lights, and I would look less sullen or whatever, less. I don't know, but yeah. I could turn them on, but my eye's been twitching a lot, and I suspect part of it is stress and part of it is light sensitivity, or at least stress plus light sensitivity would make it worse. But I don't know. No single know how says, wait, where'd you move to? I am in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Yeah, I moved middle of June, so I've been here for 4-ish months, not too long. But yeah, I moved across the country. I drove across the country, which was kind of nuts, but yeah. Fixj says my right eye has been twitching a lot. Actually, no clue why yet. Yeah, this happens to me sometimes. Usually it's when I'm stressed out, which, like, I don't know, last week was a lot of stress. This week is a lot of stress. Hopefully the week afterward, the week afterwards should be zero stress. I'm taking a vacation. I'm gonna go hang out with some friends in New York and maybe not think about computers for a week. We'll see. But Tucci, welcome back. Good to see you. My eye's been twitching like crazy lately too, and I think it's from all the coffee. Well, I don't drink any coffee, so I don't have that problem at least. Yet. I don't really drink caffeine, so yeah. Anyway, before we get started, let's take a look at open source stuff. since last time. I gotta fix this, I guess. Because I made this morning, but whatever. Oh, and I must have done all the changes outside of pull requests. Damn it. Well, one thing I know that I fixed. I just have a real hard time finding this. So GBP, Git build package, which is the tool that I use to do the Debian packaging for dead snakes. Where is their source code? Here? No? Here? No? How do I get the... How do I get the actual package? I don't want the man page, I want the package. Damn it. No! It's also like really fucking hard to Google for. GBP Debian, maybe. Details of package. This is what I want. This, and then I can go here, and then I can click. Here? Oh my god, where is this? I feel like there's supposed to be a link that's like right here. That's like go to the source repo. No. Homepage. Maybe this is what I want? No? Download? Oh, maybe here? Hello? No? Why is this such a pain in the ass to find the right place? Oh, maybe here? Build package. Oh, we finally found it. Holy shit. Okay, but anyway, I ran into a bug with git build package not working on Python 3.10. And so I fixed that a while back. Does that mean no GitHub green squares? I mean, I might still have green squares. They might still happen. Conrad says, I learned today about Mangodb, an open source alternative to MongoDB. I had a great laugh at its name, and then my roommate told me he has an open source MongoDB. It's at DevNull. Yeah. So funny thing about this. Did I tell you about my interview experience at MongoDB? I guess I show these DMs probably. So you can't see everything. But my buddy Ken sent me this this DM yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. About MongoDB. Because it was just like a common meme that we would always joke about back in the day about, yeah, we're gonna use MongoDB instead of MongoDB. I actually I took this joke maybe further than it should have been taken. Because I interviewed at MongoDB in 2017? Yeah, 2017. I interviewed at MongoDB, and it actually kind of sounded like a pretty cool job. I basically would have been working on open source software, building language drivers for MongoDB for Python, C++, and C#, because those were the languages that they determined I was good enough at to to kind of run the show on those language drivers, and where they also needed help. But throughout the entire interview, I did not once refer to it as MongoDB. Every time I said MongoDB, and no one called me on it. Not even the CTO. The CTO is just like, yeah, that's chill. That sounds about right. And I got an offer too, which was also crazy. But yeah, I called it MongoDB the entire time. But yeah, I thought that was pretty funny that someone has made it a real thing. There was a joke post about MongoDB before, which was just somebody's like knockoff. I should put in quotes because of course it's gonna be like, you meant MongoDB. This one? No. Yeah, this one. Yeah, this is the original MongoDB. Someone has made another MongoDB. So now there are two well, I think the new one's actually not a joke, but there are two projects called MongoDB. Easy install. But yeah, apparently this takes the wire protocol of Mongo and writes it directly to def null because cloud scale. But the other one is like a serious project where it takes the wire protocol and writes it to Postgres or something. Oh, my today is wrong. Banana Kid Joe, hello, welcome. Konik, good to see you again. Exonity with the whiskey emote, and Konik with the love PKL. I gotta get both of you with your signature emote. Let me do set today. Checking out recommit CI auto update day, which was yesterday, and then working on some open source Python. I'm not really sure what Python we're gonna look at, but I have a few ideas of stuff to go over. Oh, source repository on the right? Oh, well, we found it eventually. Hey, what's up, the Endless River? Hello. The Endless River says, what is this mess? Because I don't have my lights on, or W23 Design, hello, welcome to the stream. Mangodb, yeah. W23 Design says, what are you working on? Well, right now we're just kind of doing some open source recap, and I got distracted before I finished my train of thought. Right. Yes. Okay, yeah. This is actually 12 days ago, but I don't think I talked about it on stream. I fixed... Hello? Oh, it did load. I fixed git build package, which is the tool that I use to build dead snakes. And it didn't work in Python 3.10, and GitHub Actions updated the default Python to Python 3.10, and all of my builds broke, so I was like, oh, I'll just go fix them. And it's because of collections ABC, which has been warning for like 10 years now. Like, I think the warning was added in Python 3.3. Collections ABC. That's not gonna work. That's gonna try and DNS lookup. Python collections ABC. Stupid AT&T DNS. I should really fix that. Yeah. Okay. Since 3.3, it's been warning. The funny thing, or the interesting thing about collections ABC is I feel like it was split out as a performance hack, and they both still all get imported at startup time, so it doesn't really help that. But anyway, this has been split out since 3.3, Python 3.3 release date. Okay, so it has been warning for 9 years. It still did not get fixed. But anyway, it was a pretty easy patch. Basically, replace collections with collections ABC in the 2 places it was getting used, or 3, I guess. And yeah, I just sent this patch via email because they don't use GitHub, so I was like, I don't know how to do this. I guess I'll send you an email. And they integrated my patch over email, I guess. But anyway, I was waiting for them to release the next version, and I was basically checking this every couple days because, you know, it's not GitHub, so I can't just watch the repo. And then they finally released 9.24, and I went through all of the Dead Snakes packages since last stream. Dead Snakes. I went through all these since last stream and updated to GBP 24 and removed my hack to use old Python. So yeah, that was a long-winded way to say that I bumped the version here. Celestial Blue says, if you use this, you must donate $1 to someone more intelligent than you. Oh wait, does the GBP thing say that? That's kind of funny. The Get Thingy website looks more like the 90s as usual. Yeah, most of those do look like that. Exonity says, after the Mango story, I have to ask, did you stage the double quotes thing with Black in your pre-commit GitHub Universe demo? I did. I did stage that. For those of you that... oh, actually, I should maybe make a command for that. I don't know. I gave a talk at GitHub Universe. It is now available on YouTube, so if you want to check it out, here is the link to that. But as part of... Oh, I got exactly the right timestamp, too. As part of my talk, I demoed some code formatters, and one of them I used was Black, and Black switched the double quotes, or single quotes to double quotes. I made a little remark about it, but it actually... So... the first time I ran through the demo, I totally forgot about the single quotes. Like I had put that together, didn't really think about it, and I was like, oh, I'll just leave the single quotes in because it, shows off another part of people grumbling about formatting. So felt like it was pretty good. So yeah, it was partially intentional. The answer says, the email experience with Git was actually quite good. My bug has a PR already, not even in 24 hours. Oh, nice. Well, then you're having a better experience than I have, because let's see, Git mailing list archive. Because I submitted a patch like over a year ago, and no one has read it yet. Oh, how the fuck am I gonna find this? Damn it. I don't know. Oh, maybe I can search here? Yeah. Yeah, so here's a message that I sent. Well, this is actually this year, so that one's less than a year old, but no response. This one sent last year, no response. This one got a response. This one, even though it causes zombie processes, the guy was like, no. Like this command just zombies the process, which is great. But yeah, I got some feedback on this, but didn't really have much. Didn't have any solution there. Got no response to this, which I think is really weird. You can get fetch the empty string. I don't know what that's supposed to do, but it always fetches the default branch as of some Git version. It used to error, but it changed, I think, on accident. But... Hey, what's up, Cypheratsu? Hello, hello, welcome back. Jake says, I've never understood why mailing lists are still a thing. Yeah, I feel like there's better platforms for all sorts of things that mailing lists would accomplish, like GitHub issues or a forum or literally anything else. But no, mailing lists are still popular for some reason. Mr. Ototh, thank you for the follow. And Assemblyman, thank you as well for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Get stuck in the 90s? Yeah, well, it's the Linux project. They like their old schooling, old schoolish. But yeah. Marquise, hello, hello. Good to see you again. How are you doing? And hello again to Assemblyman. Good to see you. At this point, it's probably just the time to migrate, keeping mailing lists in use. Yeah. The people are still using their command line email clients, and email is using the... Yeah, well, they're probably using Emacs for their email, which... I don't know that you'll ever be able to get people away from that. But anyway, I also did this morning, but needs some fixing apparently. We're For some reason, depending on this library at work, we actually don't run beams, so I don't know why we're installing this, but because we're installing it, it pulls in a whole bunch of random ass libraries, and yeah, so I'm getting rid of this one because they don't use it at all. Well, little asterisk there because their CI is failing, so we're gonna have to figure out why their CI is failing. But yeah, so I made this patch earlier today, and we'll have to fix it because apparently it's red. But we will address that after we take a look at auto update day, I guess. Casey says, kind of hard to learn Linux/DevOps stuff being Windows Infrastructure Help Desk. Oh, stuff being Windows Infrastructure Help Desk. Yeah, that doesn't overlap all that much. I mean, you can always do it on the side, maybe learn something that way. What the fuck? Oh, just another LinkedIn spam. The email title just says connecting can't hurt. I'm like, what? This? Oh, yeah, recruiter spam. Cool. Cool. So anyway, let's take a look at the auto update day. So yesterday was a very, very busy auto update day because Black bumped its version. I didn't look at this yet, so I don't know what the stats are. So this will be fresh, but I assume it's gonna be busy because of Black. Dashboard. And normally we look at 12 hours, but we actually have to look at 3 days and then zoom into shark fin. Oh, and then we lose our granularity. Oh, that sucks. Is there a way to is there a way to look at this with 5-minute period or 1-minute periods again? Anyway, it's not a huge deal. But for the first time ever, we scaled up to 7 instances, which is cool, I guess. But the queue actually did fairly well. Like, the worst back was like 25, 30, which is not on par. Not on par. Eagle PT, hello, hello. Connecting can't hurt, don't tell linesman. That's funny. That's funny. What even is this graph? So it's 2 things. The blue and green is the auto scaling size of the render ASG, and the orange is the queue depth. So generally the orange should stay as low as possible, and then this is the auto update queue. And so it doesn't show here, but we actually queued over 8,000, I think, this time, because I was looking at the repo count earlier. But actually did 8,000 8,000 repositories, which is nuts. Maybe go to 3 hours and then move the date bar. Or 12 hours, and then I'm not gonna bother. Doesn't actually matter all that much. We'll look at the more granular stats in a bit, but this seems fine. Nothing in auto update dead letter? Really? I kind of expected at least one thing in there because last week we had the GitHub bug, at least, unless GitHub fixed their bug, which is entirely possible. Okay, yeah, there is one in there. Why the dashboard says 0? Maybe because during this time period it was 0? I don't. Assemblyman says, I think I missed a lot here. Yes, I guess let me back up and explain what we're talking about. So I made an open source linting and code formatting framework called Precommit, which also deals with Git hooks. And the idea behind Precommit is it has a small config file where you list the tools and versions, and Precommit will install all those tools in user space and then run them against files in your repository. And then to couple with the open source tool, I also made a CI system that's based around that open source tool. And the CI system has a bunch of features. The main like selling point is because you've configured your linters and code formatters, it can run them very quickly, and it can auto fix your pull requests for you. So if you had a or like a misformatted pull request, it can, often turn a PR from red to green automatically. And one of the features of pre-commit CI is it will update the versions of your config files, since you select the versions and you kind of want to update them over time. And so it periodically will bump those for you. Currently scheduled to do that once a week on Mondays. And so that's why we call it the auto update day. And during auto update day, it basically updates every single repository. So it's kind of like a mini weekly load test for pre-commit CI, because that's when everything updates. And so that's why we take a look at these graphs once a week, basically. Hey, what's up, Kenbiko? Hello. Good to see you again. Youngster says GitHub Actions was really flaky today. Things took like 3 times as long as usual. Interesting. Well, I haven't done anything with GitHub Actions today, so I didn't experience that, but I'll take your word for it. That's kind of unfortunate. Okay, cool. The other thing that we usually check when we look at this is the queue time. Now the queue time isn't always a good number to consider, because sometimes it spikes, sometimes for unrelated reasons. If we zoom in, there is the first, and it starts at 4:20 UTC. So this period should be about what we want. And then we can change the period here at least to 1 minute. Then we can see, did get a spike up here. Interesting. It's 10 minutes back, which is surprising. I mean, that is usually where we see a spike, so maybe not the worst. I can probably pre-scale and make that better. But the thing is, these spikes also aren't necessarily user impact, because within a single user, there is intentional queuing, so sometimes you will see higher queue times, and that doesn't mean that the overall system is overloaded. I should really figure out a way to differentiate those, but I don't know how to do that. But I don't know. For now, it's like kind of a reasonable metric either way. This was 9 minutes back. This is probably also just one user as well. This period, so when you see not a spike, but when you see like a lump like this is a period of actual load. So in this case, it was 2 minutes back, which actually is probably about right. And that's still pretty fast for, essentially a peak load test. So. Another says, Anthunk, how would you go around setting linting and formatting rules for an already existing project? Run on all files, which gives a huge diff, or go gradually? So, good question. I actually talk about that in this article because it is a common situation. Yeah, so I guess I'll just read this since I think it's worth iterating. There are several approaches to enabling code quality tooling. Let's review some of the more common ones and their pros and cons. The first is an incremental approach, which is what you're talking about with a gradual approach there. It's by far the easiest from an implementation perspective. While this approach works well for checkers, things that just like validate your code, it is less than ideal for code formatters. With formatters, you'll need many incremental changes to roll out to the entire codebase, which increases the number of times a developer can encounter a merge conflict. And this is like the the unfortunate part of this. And from experience, this is the most painful part of adopting things. And my recommendation, and I'll go over that. I think I go over this actually later. What do I actually say? I guess I don't talk about it, or maybe I do. Yeah, I do. I usually recommend this. I recommend not doing an incremental approach because it'll be more painful for developers. Whereas if you just do it all at once, they will have to resolve merge conflicts at least one, or at most one time, instead of at least one time, and that tends to be better. Of course, it makes landing that initial change a lot more difficult, but it pays off in developer time. Anyway, the best approach to incremental adoption is to start by opting the entire code base into the new rule, but allow listing any current violations. Then track the current violations as an externally visible metric and do some graph-driven development to drive violations down to 0. With any migration, the more automation you can leverage to automatically fix violations, the better. Next is the do-it-all approach, and this is what I recommend. This can work well for new linters that have very few existing violations because the implementer can simply fix the existing problems. This is also the recommended approach for introducing code formatters. While mass reformat can be disruptive, it tends to only be disruptive once, avoiding potential waves of merge conflicts from an incremental rollout. Yeah, so I guess I do talk about it here. This limits the merge conflicts to at most once per feature branch, which is still a lot. Try and schedule large code mods at the least disruptive times, such as weekends or off hours rather than midday on a no meeting Wednesday. For example, we switched indentation from tabs to spaces over December at Yelp. Wait, they edited this and they fucked up this sentence. This is not what it used to say. It's supposed to say we changed this over a holiday break in December at Yelp, but oh well. I mostly just said accept all on their feedback. But yeah. And then the last is one that I don't recommend either way, but I have seen it attempted, which is an on-touch approach where you basically opt out the entire code base, and anytime a developer touches a file, they have to fix all the linting in it. And it makes it really easy to lose track of the actual changes in the file based on, you know, the reformatting that the linters would do. But yeah, anyway. Why did you change from tab to spaces en masse? Just standardization? It was kind of two things. So in Python, spaces is by far the standard. And many linting tools just like don't work if you have tabs as indentation. And we were trying to adopt better code quality practices and like actually have linters. Because for the longest time, there was no code linting in Yelp. You would just shit your code and hope it worked, and just yeet it straight to prod. And so without linters, we had little confidence in that things would work. And so as part of, as a precursor to adopting linters, we basically needed to converge on the standards that the community had chosen for the language. And so we switched from tabs to spaces to do that. Kamika says, so you recommend number 2, a big bang? Yes. And there's actually another part where I go over in the article that also benefits from that, which is in git blame. Fucked up the code formatting. They code formatted the code formatting. And they didn't code format these. They told me to give it to them in Markdown, so I don't know why they did this. Anyway. But yeah, the other benefit to doing one big bang fix is you can put one commit into an ignore revs file. They fuck up this too, or these m dashes. Oops. Hyphen minus. Is that the same as this? Okay, it is. Good. Okay, that didn't break this then. Yeah, so if you do one big bang fix, you can also put it in an ignore revs file. I guess you could do that for multiple revisions, but it just makes it way more annoying. The answer says, found a bug in this 2000 line file. Nice one-line fix. Bug, have to reformat the entire file. I haven't seen anything by. Yeah, no, that is exactly what would happen in that situation. Yeah, it would mean that like people just like wouldn't fix stuff because they would have blame on the whole file, or like they would have to trigger a big reformat, and it'd just be like, well, not incentivized to work on this now. Good article, changed like a ghost. Yeah, it's true. That is very true. Okay, so let's take a look at this dead letter, figure out why this failed. Hopefully it's just the same problem as last week. Not a new problem. I had a dream that there were like 400 things in dead letter. I've been having a lot of weird dreams lately. Like yesterday I had a dream that I got paged, which like rarely happens. Oh yeah, no, this is the one that we already know about. This is the branch protection one. So we can purge this. But I guess that means GitHub fixed their bug because the repo, that other repo that was a problem last week isn't in here. So presumably that got fixed. But yeah. Also, hey person, you worked on this file last, can you help me with? Yeah. Except that person was like always me. It was always me at it's now also always me at oh, want to be that person, but it just kind of ends up that way. One graphic says, I want to know why you use a frozen set if a normal set does the thing. Is it just for readability? So the reason that you would want to use a frozen, so any of the immutable data structures in Python, so tuple, frozen set, yeah, that's basically it. From container types, at least. The immutable data structures tend to have two advantages over the mutable ones. First is that they're smaller and faster because they don't have to be resized, and like they don't have to handle all the other use cases that a mutable data structure does. The other is a sanity reason, where if you have something that's immutable, you know it's going to be exactly those values throughout your entire code flow, and you don't have to worry about, oh, did something accidentally modify something somewhere. And there isn't really const correctness in Python, so you tend to have to lean on immutable objects or immutable interfaces. And I guess you can with typing, like you can use sequence instead of mutable sequence. But if you have like a concrete data structure that is immutable, it saves you can save you a lot of time with accidentally mutating objects. Set your git config to a coworker's email address, problem fixed. So I have done that before. There was a particularly, actually I didn't set it to a coworker. I set it to a bot. There was a particularly contentious change to we had this service called meta service, which I always called meat service because I thought it was funny. And meat service was it actually wasn't a service, but we called it meat service because reasons. But anyway, in meat service, you would check in this YAML file that generated GitHub repos for you. And so meat service was the way to get a repo. And for the longest time, this was the place where naming conventions were enforced. And Lyft had a conventional naming structure, whatever. And so it fell to the owners of meat service to make sure that they were named properly. And my team was one of the teams that owned meat service. And this meant that anytime there was a disagreement about the naming convention, our team basically got shit on. And so, I was fucking tired of dealing with, nitpicking someone's names or like making sure that their shit was set up properly. And so I proposed removing the code owner's check for meat service contributions. And I knew that there were other higher level engineers at Lyft that did not like this change. They're like, we're not going to be happy with this change. So what I did is I made the change and committed it as we had a bot called Meta Service 1. Actually, I think I committed it as Meta Service 2. So I scooped some credentials out of Confidant and committed as the bot. Although GitHub had just released, oh man, GitHub fucking narked on me. GitHub released like the day I made this change, the little thing that's like force push to this branch n times. They released that feature the day I made this patch. Let me see if I can find something that has an example with that. No. Maybe this one? Yeah, surely this one. Yeah. So this one. So like asynchronously force pushed the master branch. This feature got released the day that I submitted this patch, and I had to fix the patch a few times. So GitHub basically narked that I was the author, even though it was the patch was created by Lyft Meta Service 2. And then I had my manager approve the patch. So so basically it looked like the PR was authored by a bot. I force pushed over what the bot did, and then my manager approved it, and then that way I like kind of washed my hands of being involved with it. But yeah, GitHub fucking narked on me. Celestial Blue says, have you ever had a junior ask you a question so simple it made you go, how the fuck did you get hired? Yes, many times. But I don't actually say that out loud. Zettel Caston, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully you're doing well. Never a junior, several times to a senior. Oh yeah, senior develop. It's all levels. All levels have failed the like the chump check basically. I did this when inadvertently rebasing something for a colleague, so I don't get committed and everything. Ah, nice, nice, nice. What is this? You immutable. Yeah. Oh yeah, it only shows the force push if the PR is already open. But yeah. Fix Jake says, I feel like everyone's had that happen. Oh, GitHub narking on them? Yeah, yeah, for sure. Roller says, so AI before Copilot? Copilot? But polite? Wait, what? AI? Oh yeah, AI before Copilot. Yeah. No, I understand now. I was just really hung up on the typo for some reason. Zettel says, hello, welcome, welcome. We're all dumb sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, it's the people that are continuously dumb that are the actual problem, though. Anyway, oh, headache. I think my eye twitch is spreading to a headache, which is not great. I'm not a fan of this in any way, shape, or form. But we're gonna try and at least get something done because I've only been streaming for like an hour. It would suck if I was just like, hi, we're gonna chat for an hour and then bye. No, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna try and fix whatever the hell's going on here. So, and I have no intention of using apache-beam, but I do want to fix this so that I can delete. We have this like conflicts file at work, and I've been trying to get it down to 0, which is really annoying, but and you ready for this? Oh, this one's actually not as bad as the other one. That must not be apache-beam that's the problem. Is it Airflow that has the massive pre-commit config? One of these Apache projects does. Lol. Did this one? Gotta be this one, right? Yeah. 700 lines of pre-commit config. Why? Why have they done this? It must take forever to run this. But anyway, I thought this one was that, but it is not. Oh, they use Yap. Oh. Why? Why though? I have become continuously dumb. Oh no. Just proves the point. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Sandrell? Good to see you again. I make continuously bad decisions in my life, but they end up being fun after. I see. Xanthrius, hello, good to see you. A couple weeks ago, I was wondering why the pre-commit CI bot wasn't working, and I realized that it was only enabled in one repository. I'm smoothbrain. Yeah, that would do it. I checked out the branching properly. Okay. Why are they doing this? Why are they running Futurize? They should not be doing that. They don't support Python 2 anymore. Grab-L Futurize. They probably want PyUpgrade. Pins. Returns the type at the given index. Fuck? Gotta ignore that. Run error applying features to generated protobuf? This is two space indents? I think I can just do this. Okay, that should fix that as well. What is featureize for? Similar to 2 to 3? Yeah, it's a fork of 2 to 3. But really shouldn't be needed anymore. Oh, do I actually want to run their next? I should probably check it first. Yep, which is hella slow. And Pilot. How does this work? They must ignore the import error. Yep. Wait. Import error, yeah. I hate Pilot. I think they're using Pilot because of two space indents, because Fligate for the longest time did not let you use two space indents. Only recently did it add that feature. Alright, let me look through the other failures and see if there's anything else that's relevant. Oh wait, those have all passed. We don't care about the Java ones. No such file featureize. Yes, I think in theory that should be fixed. Fixed. Okay, cool. Remakes for good measure. And push that up. So hopefully that'll work. Yeah, the problem, so the thing about Future that makes it worse than 2 to 3 is Future has, and this is stupid knowledge that I don't think I'll ever need anymore. Did I make a wiki page about this? I think I did. It's called like Future Sadness or something like that. Python Future Sadness. Did I originally write this? Oh, 2019. I guess this isn't that bad. So Python Future installs new module names in Python 2, which has some negative compatibility with libraries. This actually isn't that big of a deal, except for things that use try except to try and figure out what Python version is. The bigger problem is it makes these new stir and new bytes types, which have Python 3 semantics, but often leak out into other things. And it causes all sorts of wacky breakage. So like here was an example that we found at Yelp. Oh, thing is dead. Surprise! This is the thing that we found at Yelp, which caused an outage, which was great. But this was a breakage in library config parser. Which was also fun. And iTest also broken thanks to this. I suspect something suspicious is afoot. Yes, good job, me in 2018. And sure as shit, where is it? Future. Ta-da! Yeah. And ended up finding a problem in PyFakeFS. where... Oh, they were literally only doing it for this? Amazing. Anyway. Hey, what's up, Jack W. Verge? Hello, hello. Good to see you again. Are we talking about Dunder Future? No, we're talking about Python Future, which is also another annoying thing about Future, is that it's really easy to confuse with Double Under Future. But I'm talking specifically about PyPI Future. This thing. Which is mostly a hack. But yes, and all of the various sets of pain that it caused. But use name 3 times, that will be safe. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Zyza? Hello, hello. Question: would you personally use an ORM system such as SQL Alchemy or just pure library like SQLite? So my answer to this question varies a lot based on the environment that I'm programming in. So if I am working on a personal project that is only ever going to use one database engine and like only is going to be developed on by like one person, or only has like a few queries, or is like relatively simple uses of SQLite, or like of SQL, I will probably just use the database engine directly and use prepared statements inside of it. But if I'm working with other people in like an organization setting, or at work, or I don't know, in a broad application that would be done, I don't have an example of one of them in open source. Then I would probably stick to an ORM, just because it's going to be easier for other developers to work on it and safer for them to work on it as well. Like I know enough about SQL injection and stuff that I can generally write safe code in using prepared statements, but I don't know that I could trust other people to do that at the same time. But like some examples, like pre-commit actually uses oddly enough uses a SQL database, and there's only like 5 queries, so I just did them inline. And there's no reason for it to use another programming language. There's no reason for it to use another database engine. So although it could, and in a way, pre-commit CI is a replacement of the SQLite bits here with Dynamo. But there's like 4 queries in here, so it's like not a huge deal. But yeah, like these are fairly safe queries. There's only one easy substitution with prepared statements, and this should be a tuple. Not that it matters, but this is I know that this is really old code, because I would have, like, modern me would have written this as a tuple. So I bet if I look at blame on this file, that's probably some of the original code. Probably from 2014 or so. Go. Actually, it would have been when I ported it to Python, or ported it to SQLite, because it used to be Symlink. It used to be Symlink magic. Limit repository creation to one process. Oh, this is when I did locking. What if we do w equals 1? That give us white space agnostic? Oh, it doesn't give us white space agnostic? This just re-indented that. View blame prior to this change. Local repositories clone a blank repo. Oh, that must have been when it was added 5 years ago. Version 0.13. Real old. Anyway, before I knew better, basically. Jack Bridge says, I can up that question. What would you use for NoSQL such as Dynamo, as the single table design don't fit ORMs? So there are object relational mappers for NoSQL databases. Like one example is Pynamo. But yeah, one example is Pinamo. But even then, I would just use Boto 3 because Boto 3 is real easy. I have the same feeling. It's just the library pandas writes a lot about SQL alchemy and their docs is bad. Yeah. But says import pregame.constants sc. You need to explain this one. So yeah, that's a habit that I've been trying to get away from. But I think is still in the code because I just haven't gotten around to fixing it. This here, yeah, this is me being lazy. Literally, there's no reason to do that. It should just be a from import for this. And does that even matter? It should probably just be in this file. Anyway, yeah, this is an old pattern. I'm pretty sure that line blames to even further back. 5 years ago, probably even earlier than that. Yeah, this is me being lazy, and I think this is not great style. I'd love to fix it at some point, but not really high priority. It doesn't really hurt anything, but yeah. Don't you get cringe sometimes looking at your old code? I mean, I understand the constraints that brought it into play at the time. So not really. But I don't know. Sometimes it's interesting to look back at the history. Like this was the first push to make pre-commit more compatible with Windows. Was to switch from symlinks to an actual database. And oh yikes. Why was I using MD5? Glad I got rid of that at least. Clearly should have been using SHA-256, but it doesn't really matter now. I guess it doesn't matter because it wasn't security sensitive, but still it wouldn't have worked in a FIPS environment. What is it called? FIPS? FIPS? Is that what it's called? But yeah. Can you call it an ORM if the R is missing? I guess it's an ODM. An object document mapper. I think that's what they call it, but I know it's not a great fit though, not for good design. Yeah, well, Pinamo's also, I don't mean to speak poorly of Pinamo, but it was maybe not the most well-developed piece of software. Tutsu, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. I believe that was also a Live project. I was thinking if ORM is good for non-singular code usage, what's good for NoSQL? I don't know if there is really a equivalent there, but also in NoSQL, you're rarely I mean, it's not SQL, so you're not writing code that executes against it. You're using some sort of querying API instead. So you actually have like an application interface instead of just like throw text at database engine and hope it gives you rows back. Shouldn't cringe of old code, but smile because of the progress you made. Yeah. Beetle says, I fear I'm going to have to turn the heat on tonight. Ooh. I haven't gotten above 50 in a week and my house is barely above 60. Mine's at like 65 right now. It's supposed to freeze for the first time today or tonight, I think. It's 3C where Celestial Blue is. I see. Juicebox Hero is here. Hello, hello. We've also got Chitoho. Good to see you both. Welcome, welcome. Yes. Anyway, did I push? Yes. Is this updated? Still red. But why? Now what's broken? Script for you. Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully you're doing well. Error. What the fuck? What the fuck? Their imports are wrong. God damn. Also, what is this at 2? Why does that have me concerned? Oh, this is gonna suck. I gotta fix their import somehow. The ice thick with 3Cs. I mean, at 3C is above freezing. Jeez, I don't think there's any ice. Jack Never says, fair, but I'd like a library that could simplify complex item layouts in Dynamo. Never came across them, sadly. Think you'll just have to understand what you're doing. Yeah, that's true. There isn't a centralized interface for object stores or document stores, so there hasn't been anything standardized, so there isn't really a way to write a generalized library around them. But yeah. Do you have juice boxes to get the great community, says Zyza? Yeah. Generated protos, so let me fill my water and then I'll talk about generated protos. So I'll be right back. Hello, I'm back. Okay, so protos. So what protobufs are is a structured data structure, an abstract data structure, and to interface with them, typically you have to have some sort of client, and generally you create protobufs from the structure, and it generates a Python file, and then that Python file gets used by other stuff. And I think in this case what happened is they have imports inside of their protobufs that have the wrong root. So they just I need to find where their proto-C call is and fix it. Yeah. The add to is because of the way Jenkins pipelines work. Oh, I see. You mentioned just using Bodo. Never ran into the speed problems. Parsing the curl always take. I'm not familiar with it. I don't know what you're saying. He's drinking water. Time to be sassy. Oh, the question was never ran into speed problems. I mean, Bodo is basically just stick JSON on the wire, pull JSON off the wire. I mean, you can't get much faster than that. He says, do you remember that one time he went potty and I tried to change all his shortcuts in Babby and chat was yelling at me and it was so bad. I was so bad at it. Oh yeah, you just aliased Babby to Vim. And I figured it out real quickly. Strike It Up says, is Babby tied to Twitch chat? Not currently, but it could be. Oh, I mean, technically it is. Like, if you want to force me to use Vim, you can donate a number of bits that ends in 51, and then I use Vim. But, yeah. Is that like meta? Yeah, it's yeah, it's like Facebook's thrift. Curl is the JSON definition of the API. Photo is not code, it just evals the JSON at runtime. It's kind of like that. That's not water, it's very clear beer. American beer. Yeah, right, Kamiko? Okay, so we have to find the proto-C call. Oh god. Maybe it's in a setup.py? Yes, here it is. Generate proto. What? Gen protos? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Why is this file so long? The fuck? Oh, these two space tabs are driving me insane. Okay, so somehow in here we got to find the place where it actually runs proto and stick in the right import path. There we go. Proto path. No. So last time I worked, well, I worked with protobufs a lot at Yelp, but the time before that, that I spent a lot of time with protobufs was reverse engineering the Pokemon Go API, which is all protobufs. Mangodb says, I need to try it. SIMD JSON is super fast compared to JSON regularly. I mean, it's not much faster, but it is slightly faster. American beer looks the same going in as going out. Maybe if you're a little dehydrated, yeah. Although it's not JSON at AWS, I've heard it's XML, which is converted to JSON at each release. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I think if alcohol favors the eye twitching thingy, maybe. Well, I don't know. I haven't really been drinking either, so. Why does the code look so bad? Probably the two space indents. It's bab equals armorf /star. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Control? Hello. Welcome. 3 spaces more like goodbye. Yeah. I've only heard one excuse for tab indents, which is blind developers. Matrix displays are slow. But even like any good code reader is gonna know that that 4 spaces is an indent. I don't think it's an accessibility thing. Pretty neat compromise between 2 and 4. Oh no. Pokemon Go API? Yeah, so back when Pokemon Go came out, a community of developers got together and reverse engineered how the clients, how the phone client talked to the servers, and we built like maps and stuff, and like had a bunch of like really cool stuff, and had like a whole community around it. I can actually show you, but it isn't in my archive. Probably in the graveyard of things here. Pokemon Go map. Yeah, here we go. Oh, I don't have a nice screenshot, but and then at some point Niantic was like, no more maps, and killed off like basically the entire community. And yeah, that was the day I stopped playing. because fuck that. Because like the maps were like the whole point of why it was fun for me. Because like I was doing like cool engineering on one part, and then like, oh, there's a rare Pokemon that's like 6 blocks away. I'm gonna go run and get it, and then just like run out and well, without the maps you can't really do that, so it was less fun. But what's wrong with tabs? The tabs are just 4 spaces. I mean, nothing inherently wrong with tabs. It's just conventions. But yeah. You say had, why have they locked it off again? Oh, I mean, it's still protobus, but like they've changed how the API works such that it's not easy to do what we did. Pokemon Go is more than 5 years ago? No. No, it was only 5 years ago. Five and change. It's like May of 2016. Pokemon Go is still a thing, yes. People still play it. It's based on Ingress, yep. Yep. I remember the Great Map Day, yeah. Yeah. Or like Pokemon went. Yep. Uh-huh. Totally juice. Okay. Courtesy. What? I thought it got installed when you installed Protobuf. Wait. How the fuck does this work? Oh. I was like, what? Doesn't look right. What? Is it in this package? Did they move where the Protobuf compiler is? Protobuf just the runtime? Fuck. What provides Proto-C? Oh. Yes, yes. How do get it? Protobuf dash compiler. Oh, you can get it from pip. Just trying to find the damn argument. The answer says, oh, I bet this is requests. I bet that's what it is. Yep. Thing is, I didn't write that part of the code. That was from upstream. So why did it use requests? Why does it not let me search the code? Does it even use requests? I think it maybe doesn't. I think that might be from the previous maintainers. Oh, scrape.py is requests, but why? User agent, Niantic app. What the fuck? Oh, shit. Oops. What are you? Oh. Yeah. Yep, I guess it does use... Oh, this is not my code though. This is the existing code. Because I never would have written code that looks like this. But yeah, I guess it did use requests. For shame, for shame. Pokemon Gaunt. What? Wait, what meme is that? I'm not familiar with that meme. I think that's the first time I've seen you use Docker. Well, it's technically Podman. But yeah, I use it all the time. I use it all the time. There we go. Now we got Proto C. Python Proto C import path. Did this actually get fixed, or it's from 2016? God damn. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Where's the error message that we got at least, so I can see what they look like? Maybe we can just use sed. Import as. So in theory, this is gonna be a hack. This is gonna be a terrible hack. It's gonna be a terrible hack. Just gonna go do laundry. Sounds good. Okie mango map. Yeah. Hey, what's up, ABC123? Hello, hello. Yeah, no problem for the code review. Okay, cool. This is oh. Your PCIO tools. And install a bunch of prereqs to do this, I think. Could not find product gen mypi. Okay. So that's good. Well, good and bad. Okay, so those are the ones we need to fix. Sargs, duh. Yeah, so any of these need to be turned to... Wait, why is this one import sys? Oh, that one's just checked in. These other ones aren't checked in. Okay. Huh. here. Force relative import paths or proto files. Why is this closed? We never did figure that out. Oh. Okay. Oh, I hate this two-space indents. That'll work. Two-space indents is really kind of red flag, huh? We're 8 layers deep, gotta cut back. Yeah, I mean, this code would be like all the way to the right of the screen by this point. I wonder if the PI files have the same problem. I wonder if these have the same problem. Why do these not have imports? Well, they do. Shit. I gotta fix the PI files. So. We have to fix the PI files as well. We do have regular expressions. Hey, what's up, Tornillo? Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Think that'll work? Maybe? Let's try that. Oh, missing one required positional argument string. I forgot line. Ooh, shit. Wait. But, oh, this one worked. Why didn't the other one work? Did I forget underscore? I bet I forgot underscore. No? What? It's gonna be a huge PR no one wants to review. Wait, this one? I feel like this one isn't that big of a deal. Maybe it did work? No? What the fuck? Why not? Why did it work for the PI files? Yeah, it works. It worked here. This is not what I did. Yeah, why didn't this work? And fishy's going on here. Oh, PB2 gRPC. Oh, I can read. Oh, there's also these ones as well. PB2.py, gRPC, and earns. Oh wait, I think these get generated. Is it PB2 gRPC.py? Hey, hey, nice. Where's the PI files? Confused? Please tell me you're not inventing another Python packaging format. No. No, but apache-beam has. apache-beam has. This file's literally just import gRPC. Solid. That doesn't look right. I don't think I changed that though. Why aren't there PI files coming through? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. No, that's not right. They need this. That. Hey, Lamau. Nice. Let's make sure that the imports are right, though. Alright, that one didn't have one. This one dies. Work. All right. What terrible things have I done? My eye. YAML. All right, let's see what their linter complains about. Skipped? Why? Oh, they don't understand how pre-commit works. This line does nothing. This line does nothing. Anyway. It's wild to see when other people use your tools, but it never ceases to surprise me when people fuck up your tools. Some of these recruiting emails are just hilarious. Hi, Vinny. I see you started your role at Stripe. I believe someone like you would benefit from our financial capabilities at Bank of America Merrill Lynch. What? Oh. Bank explains requirements. I have not done a video about the specs. I really should, but I have not done that yet. Generally, you want greater than or equal to, and that's all you really want. Nothing more, nothing less. But yeah. Ara says work for them before hard pass. Oh, yeah. I don't think I would ever want to work for a bank, because no part of that sounds enjoyable. Oh, does this have a screenshot? This is a cool project that I did. Oh, it's gone. So I went on vacation for like 2 weeks at Yelp, and while I was on vacation, I was like, I know I'm gonna get a fuck ton of emails. Like I know this is gonna be a ridiculous time away from work, and so I wrote a scraper for Gmail. Yeah, I went on vacation. It's hot that I know exactly the story. Didn't read my email at all. I wanted to graph my progress as I processed my large inbox queue. So I wrote this on vacation, assuming that I would have a lot of emails when I got back. And then I got back and ran this, and then I was able to plot like over time how many emails I went through. I think I started with like 300 or 400 emails, and had to respond to most of them. Yeah, that was a fun project. What else do we have in the archive? Label test. If you run this script, wait, is it this script or is it this script? It's the script. If you run this script, you can break GitHub. Yep. So GitHub plus more than like a couple hundred labels on an issue just like grinds to a halt. Yeah. So I generated. Do I have the screenshot somewhere? Did I not attach the screenshot? Oh, I have the CSV of the colors though. But I generated this many labels. 4,913 labels and assigned them all to one GitHub issue. I had to recreate the repo because it was so broken. That was that. Oh, I never finished this. I was gonna make a package template thing, but I never finished it. That's dead. This was when I used to maintain a Minecraft server. This is some old ass code. I wrote the script which it scraped the chat stats and all of the server logs and then generated like useful output from it. But this is like really shitty Python 2 code. Yeah, like opt parse. Like I think Python 2.4 is what I was using for this. Yeah, before Python 3 existed. Well, probably not. 2013, Python 3 existed. I just use it. The Anthony Satilli standard library. Side of fun C++ things. Oh, this is before check output existed. I wrote my own check output that was bad. It did not work very well. This was my Minecraft server manager that I got rid of because it didn't really work. But I did a bunch of cool stuff in here. Like, I wrote a schema library that was based on like generating HTML forms. It's like kind of a cool idea, but then I realized how inflexible and it didn't really work. And it was kind of slow. But it's kind of cool when it existed. Also, you can see the very first version of pre-commit in this file. This is what pre-commit was long before real pre-commit happened. Yikes. I didn't know what I was doing back then. Bootcan Slice says auto reply plus email bankruptcy, my irresponsible way out. Yeah, that probably would have been the sane way to do it. Hey, what's up, Crow? Hello, hello. Good to see you again. And Alien is here. How you doing, Alien? Yeah, I don't know why we're going through this. Figured out this violates the Mojang terms of service. I wrote a scraper to detect when people change their skins. Because back then they used to back then I was super into Minecraft and people would like change their skins for like special events. And so I used this to like predict when a special event would happen and then like share the skins. I think it was on the Minecraft forums. Like share people's changed like popular YouTubers when they would change their skins. And then yeah, I would basically know when people are doing events and stuff. This I wrote at Lyft. Surprised I made it public. Okay, so yeah. So S2I is this OpenShift project that's like 30,000 lines of Go. And I wrote like an 80-line version of it in Python that does exactly the same thing. Put in 80 lines of Python. And it works. It basically works the same way that the Go package does. But... oh, and I wrote this when I was in Italy. Yeah. Makes a static map because we didn't have mobile internet, and so we wanted to like find locations to go to around the city, and so this like I played around with the Google Maps API and made a point of interest map. Was that Python 2? Yeah, it totally was. Hey, what's up, Preox? Hello, hello. Good to see you. caught some of Get 'em Universe. Well, you can see the whole talk on YouTube now. Because I uploaded my recording of it. So it's all there now. Janny Pie, how are you doing? Yes, it was Python 2. Eighth Wall says, hi Anthony, do you have any opinions on poetry and whether I should use it for production, considering using it for a new project at work? So, I like all of the ideas of poetry. Like pin your dependencies so that your apps are repeatable and stuff. Like, that's all great. I find the actual implementation of poetry to be kind of annoying. Or I guess not annoying. I find it to be kind of unnecessary. Like, I'm completely fine with requirements files and virtualenv and managing the packages that way. Poetry kind of, you know, packages that all up into like a toml file, which works fine. I just don't have a use for it. Yeah, none of these other things are all that interesting. Oh yeah, 310 before 310. I was trying to get people to fix this bug, which a lot of stuff is still broken with, but fixed a lot of the packaging ecosystem long before it was a problem. That's good. Yeah. Anyway. Okay, let's see what the next failure is here. Unlint. What do you mean? Fucking kidding me, right? You're fucking kidding me, right? God damn it. What line is it on? These other lines are fine. Why are those lines fine? Fixed. Fixed. Side channel attack? Oh yeah, for the skin change stuff. Jenny Pie says, trying to buckle down and learn CS fundamentals properly. Do you have any good free resources? Not really. I don't know. Wikipedia was what our professors at school taught out of, so Wikipedia is a decent resource. I don't really know about learning CS fundamentals. Is kind of hard to put a finger on like exactly what you're learning. Fire says, wait, Nano? No. Nano is I still haven't fixed my muscle memory, so I still type Nano, but it opens Babby. Athol says, I suppose the reason we're considering it is because we've had some problems with different parts of the Azure SDK having mismatched dependencies. Yeah, so Poetry doesn't help you with conflicts. It's still not going to let you install conflicting packages. And pip itself has a resolver now, so Poetry's resolver doesn't actually help you either. Dev productivity is proportional how many customers fly by, yeah. Ethol says CS50 on edX is good. I have heard good things about CS50. WillC.ca says, how long did it take you to get used to the split keyboard layout? I got this out of the box, and I had never used a split keyboard before. I set it up in this arrangement, and the first typing test that I did immediately after getting out of the box, I got 97 words per minute. Now, my normal typing speed is like 120-ish, or 130-ish on my other keyboard, so like not 100%, but like 97 is pretty fucking good. I would say like almost immediately I was able to use this keyboard. That said, this keyboard is a very easy split keyboard. I have tried other split keyboards and been completely lost, like completely unable to use effectively. What was the S2I repo called? I think it's called mini S2I. Yeah. Look at that. Is pip still under DDoS? You mean PyPI? You mean the XML search API endpoint? Yes, it still is. Pip search is still not a thing. But you can use the search box on the actual website, and that works fine. You can do this. See what terrible forks people have made. Centralized pre-commit conf. Yikes. Thanks. Oh no. What are they doing? Never mind. This is why I don't search PyPI. I don't want to see people's terrible hacks. Netcleric says, any tips on how to structure code? I'm in the middle of rewriting some hacky code. I was thinking of how I would design it over the weekend. When I actually started implementing it, it felt like it was a bit too complex and resorted back to writing everything in main and breaking. Yeah, I feel like code structure is not really something you can just teach. Like for me, it's more of like a gut. Like, you know, when a function gets too big or too complicated, that's usually when I, split it up. Or if I have like a piece of functionality that I know has definitive inputs and outputs, I'll split it so I can test it. If like a module is too big, I'll split it up. Although, I don't know. PyUpgrade got to 3,000 lines before I was like, maybe I should split it. So I go back and forth on like how large a file should be. I don't really have any good advice there, I guess. The Moonlander looks sick. The Moonlander is so hard to type on. That's the most recent one that I tried to type on. I was like, I can't even type a sentence. I have no idea what I'm doing. But yeah. Anyway, why do I have an open pull request? Oh, because I was going to try and do this, and then I never finished it. To make it more efficient. Whatever. So much better than the results I had with my Advantage 2 from 90 words per minute to 15. Yeah, I also have tried an Advantage 2 and had no idea what I was doing. That's the cup keyboard. You basically have to relearn how to type on those. Because the keys are columnar and not staggered. Yeah, that's also a thing that I don't know how to do. Okay, so hopefully this should be happier this time. Yeah, we got through some of the ones that were failing before. Oh. I don't know why they're all called pre-commit though. Anyway, I think that's good. Personal opinion, but I won't go back if I have to. My wrists are happier than they've been in years. Yeah, makes a lot of sense. That's what I hear from a lot of people that have split keyboards. So I understand that sentiment. Oh, you want to see another thing that I fucked up since last stream? I rebased all my branches, all my CPython branches, because they were all conflicting. This one is good again, but they were all conflicting. Particularly because like this one, oh shit. Well, I guess we'll fix that then. It's like, oh, because the added in version was wrong. I just forgot to fix it. Damn it. I think this is the branch for that one. Yeah. Yeah, so basically this was conflicting because it was going to the wrong what's new file, and I had to fix that. But this patch is super old, like January of 2020, year and a half old now, and no one has looked at it. Sad. I can just continue to rebase it every couple months. This one I also rebased. Why is something failing? Oh, this is just the issue number. So I figured out that there's just like a whole bunch of unnecessary code here and deleted it, but no one has looked at this one either. My D4, hello, welcome. Oh, pre-committed to the mainline branch. I guess that makes sense. I guess my brain is broken, which makes sense. Preact says it does make playing video games interesting. Basically, only have half a keyboard to work with it. Yeah. Video games are hard on this too. I usually get out a different keyboard. Ethel says we're talking about hacking open source stuff. Here's something that's in master for AWS's CDK. No. Oh no. We're starting off the file great with type ignore. Wait, which line am I supposed to be looking at? It's 2 spaces, so I'm already concerned. Abner PC. Thank you for the sub with Prime. Welcome. Hopefully you're doing well. It's 2 spaces until it's not, and it's 4. Oh, right. Wait, it's 4 spaces down here. Oh, wait. What? Oh, no. Yeah, that is pretty bad. Nice. By the way, things that are pending haven't been kicked off because you're first time committer. Yeah, it makes sense. But at least I'm getting most of their stuff out of there. But yeah, it turns out like all this red is unnecessary just by assigning this here. There's a whole bunch of extra code for who knows what reason, but no one's reviewed this because. And this one, this is the one that I fucked up. So I was fixing this, and this is like a super common problem in Python in general, just with warnings. Like, I don't know why warnings.warn is designed this way. It should default to stack level 2, like always. Because you almost never want the line where the warnings call is, you want the caller. So stack level 1 points at this line, so it was always, if you called this function, it would always warn that, you know, unit test case line 1148. Got a warning there. So I added stack level 2 and added a test for it. But it turns out this function has been removed in Python 3.11. So I was like, oh, well, easy. I'll just rebase this on 3.10 and then change the base branch. That shouldn't be too hard. So I rebased it and changed the base branch. But when I did that, all of the commits that had happened that I rebased showed up in the PR. And so everyone who is a code owner of any file in those got added to the pull request. So yeah, half of Python is now on this stupid PR. And they removed the request for empty string. I wonder what happened here. Is there like a secret team? What happened here? That's so weird. Why is there just an empty string there? Thought maybe there would be a hover card in here, but I guess not. Who knows? Send them a nice letter. Can I interest you in black and pre-commit to run black before you commit your code? Yeah, exactly. Turns out that repository has a TypeScript linter in the CI because it's the primary language, but no other linters, so that stuff just slips through in PRs. Yeah. Hey, what's up, James Boyne? Hello and goodbye to you as well. Good to see you as well. EU times are a meme. Yeah. Alphadev, hello, says, so I got an offer letter 3 weeks ago. After they got me the info, I had to do the drug test and wait, drug test? Kind of, that's weird. After they got me the info on the drug test and background checks, I haven't heard it back in 2.5 weeks. I supposedly start Monday. Do I just show up? Yeah, I would just show up. That's kind of weird. That's kind of sketch. That seems kind of weird. Could be a blocked user? I don't think so. I think blocked users still show up. Oh, you mean like a shadow banned user? Maybe. I don't know why. I doubt there's a shadow banned user that's a CPython core dev. At least I would hope not. They did say they removed teams. So there must be a secret team that that I can't see, which I guess makes sense. Government job? I guess that would make sense. I would totally just show up. Yeah, I would show up as long as they're paying you. If they're not paying you, then don't. React says I haven't had a drug test since I've left retail. I don't think I've ever had a drug test. I've never had a drug test. And again, I guess I never worked in retail. My first job was construction, and then my second job was software engineering. QA, I guess. More specific. Neither of those give a shit whether you not that I would have failed a drug test, because I didn't do drugs either. But I didn't get tested. Even like 4 drug tests? That's crazy. Drug tests pass, yeah, exactly. That would it would discourage me from working at that place. But yeah. I'll token hex for generating a random string. Oh, you mean in the secrets module? Yeah, the secrets module is pretty cool. I think it got added in 3.8. Oh, 3.6. Oh, it's been around longer than I expected. Cool. I guess it has to have been at least the version of Python that we use at work, which is super old. But yeah, token hex, token bytes are pretty cool. There was a way to do this before though. You would use random dot system random dot get ran bytes. Random bytes? What is the attribute? Is it bits? Ran.get rand bits, maybe? Yeah. Wait. Oh. How does this work? How did this work before? Does this use a struct? binascii.hexlify. Fucking bytes. Well, they just use urandom here. They skip the random interface entirely. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, it's pretty nice. At least 3 Walmart cerner, and then I needed one for working in the animal care facilities at Iowa. Ah, makes sense. The Slow Dev says, quick question about the keyboard. Did you try using it without the Pro lifters? You mean without these? Without the angles on it? Yeah. So when I got out of the box, it didn't have those. And it worked, but I had to like angle the keyboard like this so that it didn't feel weird. But yeah, I like the lifters, but you can use it without. You don't need them. But I like them. I think they make it much more natural. Put your hands on the keyboard. Oh, somebody asked me about Docker a long while back. Yes, I use Docker a lot on stream. Like all of my Dead Snakes builds go through Docker. Technically, this is Podman though, which is an alternative rootless daemonless container runtime. And I have a bunch of videos about Docker and Podman as well. That one. What is Podman versus Docker? Is a fairly good video. But yeah. Oh, I'm getting a headache. So I think, unfortunately, even though this has been kind of a short stream, oh no, wait. But first we have a raid from another Anthony. Oh, I just gave myself a shout out. What am I doing? Why did your name doesn't tab complete? Oh, I'm such a scrub. There we go. Welcome to the stream, Raiders. I guess we can go a little bit longer. Did I just raid on an ending? Yeah, now I can't leave, right? Thank you for the raid. Welcome, Raiders. My name is Anthony. I stream open source Python. I work on a bunch of software that you might have heard of. PyTest, Tox, Precommit, Flake 8, PyFlakes, Dead Snakes, etc. Yeah, generally Python. I stream several times a week. If you want to check out a talk that I gave at GitHub Universe recently, I recently uploaded it to my YouTube channel, so you can check that out. But let me say hi to everyone who has joined. DJ Vikings in the Road, welcome, welcome. And Ashley Shu, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Perfect timing, yeah. Cation Codes, KSHN Codes. Hello, hello, welcome, welcome. Did I just raid on an ending? Yeah, you kind of did. How'd your stream go, Anthony? DJ Viking, thank you for the follow. And Auto Fights, thank you as well for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Scripted raid, yeah, you couldn't have timed that any better. The other day we figured out that the best programmers in the world are named Anthony. Didn't you know, chat? Yeah, yeah, it's true. My empty says your voice sounds familiar. Have you been on a Python podcast? I've been on a lot of podcasts. Ashley Shu. Blah, blah. Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Let's see, what all have I been on? I've been on podcast, init. This one back in 2018. I've been on Python Bytes. Oh, this is a different one. This is the one I was on. No, this was the one I was on. Special guest. Oh yeah, but what did they talk about of mine here? Oh, PyUpgrade. Right. Right. Cool. So I've been on Python Bytes. I've also been on Test and Code a bunch of times. Which Brian was like, yo, you gotta because we did a video conference, but it's an audio podcast, and this was right after I'd done a 12-hour stream. And actually, I think it was supposed to be the 24-hour stream, but we didn't finish it. And one of the sub goals was to dye my hair purple. And so we're doing this video conference, and he's like, "Is your hair purple?" And I was like, "Yeah, yeah." We had a sub goal. And he's like, "You need to send me a picture of that so I can put it on the website." And I was like, "All right, here you go." But yeah, I've been on 7 episodes of Test and Code. Talked about Precommit, talked about Flake 8, talked about PyTest markers, the PyTest 6 release, my top PyTest plugin picks, dynamic fixture scopes. This was the funny thing about this episode is the funny thing about this episode is Brian was like super excited for this feature, and I was like, I don't know fuck all about this feature, but I'll chat with you for, how long did this podcast end up running for? 34 minutes. We talked for 34 minutes about a thing that oh my god, this is so funny. We talked for like 34 minutes about a feature that I just didn't have any care in the world about, but it was a cool podcast. But I think this is so funny, so Tilly, because it's really hard to pronounce the anglicized version of my last name, but I thought that was funny. And then I was on this episode way back when talking about PyTest 3. But yeah, so Tilly, or Sotile, we were being slightly more accurate. And he said it was good. We're making some progress, some serious progress on the stuff we're working on. Super excited for what's to come in the next couple weeks. Wait, what are you working on? What is your project? What is your project? Wait, you're also an Anthony S? Yo. Anthony S Master Race. Okay, so When I worked at Yelp, there was a time where there were 3 Anthony S's on the same team. We had Anthony Sue, Anthony myself, and what's the other guy's last name? I don't remember, but it was 3 Anthonys, and it was really annoying because one of the other Anthonys had the handle that I used on some other websites, which is why I'm now Acetilly, because it was too confusing to have Anthony S in some place and Acetilly in other places. And they had Anthony S at work, and I was just like, wait, that's me, but it's not. Making Anthony's distribution list? Yeah, maybe. This is like back in high school, my friend has a fairly common name, and he invited everyone on Facebook that he could find that had the same name into a Facebook group. And it was just like the most confusing discussions ever. There's like a whole bunch of Davids all being like, oh, hi. But I build kitter.gg. Kitter.gg. Ooh. Oh, for like oh, that's cool. So you basically like share your what are they called, loadouts for various games? That's cool. That's pretty neat. I don't know that was a thing. How do you like just manually enter them and then people manually pick them, or is there like an import? Imagine an import export would be pretty hard with an actual game. But that's cool. Dave.directory, is that a thing? I get rickrolled or something. Wait, what? What is this? The validation you've been waiting for. Learn more. Dave Directus, this is like terrible colors. Prestigious website dedicated to the verification and promotion of Daves. This was like wait, wasn't this originally from a wasn't this originally from a Reddit meme? There was like this really old Reddit meme, and I can't find the origin of it, but it was a joke that like everyone from Australia is named Dave. And I want to say this is a spin-off from that, but the fucking crazy thing is my manager at Lyft, his name was Dave, and he was Australian. And it was just like, fuck, there's a real life Dave here. That's the idea. The players and mods maintain their profiles. Ah, cool, nice. Currently building an overlay that Warzone streamers can update live to show the gun they're using in real time. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Accessibility. This is this probably, what's the, I've searched this before. Contrast checker. Can I just type in a website? Actually inspect. Foreground color this. And background color 1.68 to 1. Wait, does that mean it? Oh, it fails. Okay, yeah. I was gonna say, that's pretty bad. How dark would the background? Or wait. It would have to be a dark background. Maybe the twist is that they are actually like the developer of this is like a permanent dark reader person, and they just don't know that it looks bad. 34 fake Daves. Anthony says, gotta run, chat, and other Anthony. Actually, I'm probably the other Anthony. Catch you guys on the flippity flop. Well, thank you for the raid. Thank you for stopping by. It's good to see you again. I use colorable.this. So the problem with these, and this is actually something that really annoyed me with GitHub changed their labels. This was the whole reason that I did that label project and broke GitHub that I was talking about earlier. GitHub changed their labels at some point, and they, used accessible coloring, but I actually think they made the labels worse. Like, the feature label, for instance, is a really bad one. Oh wait, they changed it again. They changed their label coloring again. What? Well, there goes my rant. But they had this as the blue, like blue, dark black text on blue. This was what their label generator was automatically doing, and so it's like really hard to see these. But I guess they've changed it back to being white text again. I don't know. I guess I'm grumbling. I'm yelling at the clouds for something that's already fixed. Oh shit! Oh, it's just coveralls. Or yeah, code cov. Wait, why did coverage increase? Didn't change any code. Ah, code cov garbage. But yeah, the I felt that GitHub's difference was wrong, so. The labels never used to have color picker, and it was like this weird color randomizer. Yeah, no, it still is like that, but you can type in a hex code if you want. But there was like, I don't know, they changed the algorithm that they used for selecting the light and dark text, and it was just like really, really bad for a while. But I guess they fixed it at some point. You can still rant if you want to. I mean, yeah. Jong-un says, today I had a fire popsicle. Yeah, you said at the beginning of the stream that you had a blue popsicle. Is it a blue popsicle? Blue popsicle. You had a fire blue popsicle. What was the flavor of your fire popsicle? Have you worked on Python infrastructure your whole career? I have not, Beer Can Slice. So, let's see. My first job, I was hired as a QA, and I was supposed to just click through websites and take screenshots. And I was like, fuck that. So I wrote code to automate it. And then I wrote code in Java to automate it. Yeah, automation in Java. Like that's a real throwback. But I guess all the rest of the code at the company was Java at the time. So they switched me to a software dev. And then the next summer I worked there, I worked on a C# app because they fired the entire team that I was on before and replaced the entire product I was working on before. And so I worked on a C# app, and then the next summer after that, they fired that entire team. So I decided, maybe I should not try and make any long-term investments in working here, and applied to a job at Yelp working as a JavaScript developer, because I had done a bunch of like JavaScript in my free time, and started as a front-end developer, and found out that it's really hard to get JavaScript done without a backend developer to help you out. And so I was like, well, I might as well just do the backend for myself. So I unblocked myself, and so I became more of a full stack developer. Then I realized that I didn't really like doing front end, and I was more interested in the like backend infrastructure-y stuff. And I was having a hard time getting the backend stuff done without unblocking myself from an infrastructure perspective. So I went to the CTO and I was like, hey, we should build a web frameworks team that builds infrastructure for web developers. And so he's like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea, because otherwise we're going to be fucked if no one works on this. So we built a web infrastructure team called WebCore. And that was when I realized that I would much rather work on infrastructure than feature development, and I've kind of been in infrastructure since then, and realized I really like developer tools and that sort of stuff. And that was around 2014, so I've basically been doing infra for the last 7-ish years. But yeah, that's where I came from. Any websites you worked on? Yelp.com. This is a website I worked on a long time ago. Not this page. This is the redone homepage. I guess I did work on the redone homepage. I worked on this page. In fact, this is a module I did. This is a module I did. Oh, do they not have rating history anymore? Wait, where this? Oh, okay. It's a review prompt. I was like, where's the reviews? Maybe it has to be a not closed business. Hey, open. Oh, where's the review? Oh, maybe they got rid of the module. There's like a review history module, which was really cool, but maybe it's gone. Maybe I should be logged in. I don't know. I worked on this module. Maybe if you click on this. Nope, that's photos. I worked on this photo carousel. I worked on a few of the things in here. I worked on this module. This module fucking sucked, as well as this module. There's also a deals module that I worked on as well. But yeah, I did a lot of this page. Oh yes. Well, I didn't do the original precommit.com, but I've kept this somewhat up to date. This is another website I've done. This one I did from scratch, but it doesn't look that good. Whatever. Functional. Yelp is ass. Shady company. I won't confirm or deny that. Roller says, what was the project you did 1 12-hour stream? Was it to add periods to commits? Oh. Wait, was that the auto indenting thing? Was that the GitHub extension? The like auto tab, auto space? Auto punctuate? Is that what it was? I don't remember. Pseudo, who am I? Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully you're doing well. Tell us how you really feel. Well, the thing is, you know, despite popular belief, you can't pay to have reviews added or removed on Yelp. But I don't even know how the recommendation engine works. Because that's secret shit that you have to get like special stuff. Onge, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully you're doing well. MRFI says, what is an infrastructure dev in layman's terms? So in layman's terms, infra people build tools and software for other developers to make them more productive. I didn't directly work on features. I worked on tools for other developers to do stuff. Oh, the auto capitalized thing. Yeah. Pray, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. I like how you typed Gary Denko into the URL. Was that your test URL? That was just one of the businesses. Gary Denko has like a lot of review content, so it was like one of our stress test businesses because it has like thousands of reviews. Where's the review count? Yeah, 5,500 reviews. It has an absurd number of reviews. It's also like really fucking expensive. But yeah, that was why I have that. There's also some other great ones like Pigeons. Pigeons, is it Pigeons 2 San Francisco? Or is it Pigeons San Francisco 2? San Francisco. Must be -2. I worked on this page. Oh yeah, it's -2. This is with pigeons. Good for kids. I'm not a fan of pigeons. Oh, Jenny works with me at Stripe. I'm not a fan of pigeons. I've since heard of them pooping on my 2 friends below. But since that's not my experience, it's not really valid in my review. Yeah, this is technically against the terms of service, Jenny. You should know better. Fack these pigeons. Why is the font size so small? I'm about to smash your ass. I don't know if that's something you want to say to pigeons. Try me, bitch. Whoa, an elite commented on this page? How did they find this? Oh, Carmen. I know some of these people. Pooping on people, the 12 easy... what if the... What if this is still on here? The Bar Crawl Motel. Oh, it is still on here. Fuck off. I'm not gonna log in. So this is this guy's house. This place is a crazy party venue. Last night there must have been at least 200 people throughout the whole night. The sleeping accommodations are so-so, but the people in the atmosphere make up for it. Yeah. I think I was actually here this night. But yeah, there's a bunch of fake businesses on Yelp. $4 signs, dang, yeah. Gary Danko is expensive. Can you not close the damn Google thing? Well, I did eventually. Yeah. Wait till you meet the pigeons in New York. Oh, I've seen the pigeons in New York. Yeah. Is this some kind of insider yoke? Yeah. Those businesses are what are called hidden from search. There's like a special little check mark on the admin page whenever, like, basically whenever you find like a joke business, you can submit it as fake, and then Yelp doesn't delete the joke businesses, they just hide them from search. Like, I'm pretty sure that page is no indexed. This is so fucking slow. Holy shit. Yeah, so you can see this is no indexed. Because it is hidden from search. Wait. No, it... Why are these... Oh, this is the... It's like, why is it in the middle of the review text? But no, this is just sample review. Oops. The description of the page. One review of Bar Crawl Motel. Anyway. You guys want to know another trick about Yelp? I think I've talked about this on stream before. Sure. Chips. Never been there. If you type this into a review, this text here will be a special color. Let's see if we're gonna fries. I'm sure they have fries at this place, right? Yeah, so see how these are bolded? The back end returns text like this, and then a piece of front end finds this string and bolds it. It used to turn it blue too. So if you want to make your entire review bold, you can just use this text. It's just kind of funny. Definitely a hack. Were you hungry all the time working on this page? Oh, for sure. I think they got rid of one of the pages that I built from scratch. The first page that I worked on. I think this just redirects to search now. Yeah, that's a bummer. I wonder if I have a screenshot somewhere. See if I have a screenshot. This would have been in 2012. After... here's my Pokemon game. And when I dyed my hair. Oh, this is our intern party. Ton of fun. There's like a caricature dude. That's Jeremy Stoppelman, the CEO. They like catered at his house. This is like all of the interns hanging out. Oh man, I miss these people. Actually, I work with her, and where's Marchie? She's in this photo too. Oh, Andrew and Sean. Wait, Sean? Is that what his name is? There's me. See, I told you I had blue hair, chat. This is a pretty snazzy blue hair photo, though. But yeah, it was a fun party. Oh, Ashley KB. Hey, there's me again. Oh. Why don't I remember his name? I went to school with him. Yeah, but I work with these two people. I work with anyone else here now? Anyway, we all work at Stripe now, which is kind of wild. Oh, and there's Jeremy. There's CEO of Yelp. this guy's caricature is just beard. Anyway, that was not what I was looking for. What was I looking for? Those pants age you 15 years. That was why I wore to work every day. I just felt like being somewhat snazzy, you know. Huh. Why don't I have? I'm surprised I didn't keep a screenshot of that. Oh, I'm never gonna find this. Never mind. I'm just gonna pretend it didn't happen. Did you blue yourself? Yeah. What we're saying, Stripe is the place to be? I mean, I think we've just kind of all ended up there. I have a question about Stripe. Is it cool if I DM you? Yeah, sure. Yeah, feel free on Discord. Hey, what's up, Arclight Slavic? Hello. Good to see you again. Product manager output. No, I think the product managers had a little bit better sense of style than I did. I was just kind of, phoning it in. I don't know why I did this. Amazing. But anyway. Okay, I said I was going to end stream 40 minutes ago, but now we're going to do it for real. So my name is Anthony. I upload my previous content to YouTube, and that is youtube.com/anthonywritescode. Check out the GitHub Universe talk that I gave. I just uploaded that yesterday. I also have a second channel where I upload stream VODs, so if you missed anything, go look another raid. No. If you missed anything on the stream, check that out there. I normally stream Monday evenings and Saturday at noon. I announce my streams in two places. One of them is twitter.com/codewithanthony, and the other is the Discord. And those links are now available in the chat. Thank you, D-Dels. Appreciate that. But yeah, come hang out with us. Come join the Discord. It's a cool place to hang out. But thank you all for stopping by, and we're gonna go find someone to raid.